It's the Jim Les Terry Show, and one more podcast before my good friend Jim is well enough to return to the hot seat and talk about all things that we have missed bantering on about, nattering, chatting. There's no mudslinging, there's coffee slurping, so I guess that's the sound of exchange of ideas when you say something and then pause, let somebody else say something, and while somebody else is speaking, you sip your coffee. And I have a number of choices for Jim this morning, so I'm waiting to see how he successfully navigates the taste test. We began the Jim and Terry Show years ago with the idea that coffee and the Jim and the Terry were something that we maybe it was the Jim and the Terry shared the coffee, shared the passion for coffee, the love of coffee, the love of a delicious, fresh, roasted, freshly ground, freshly, what is it, dripped? Is dripped I don't know which way is best. Certainly not percolated, so I'm not sure what the best way. The reverse, have you ever seen those two, the double flasked coffee where you pour the water in the top and it goes through the coffee into the bottom beaker? I forget what that method's called, or then you got the French press where you press the grounds through the hot water. I'm sort of, I love the sound of the perks, and for me, the sound of carries images of commercials past, haunted by the sounds of church basements and the clattering of dishes as the annual church meeting or any church meeting took place, but the huge coffee urn was always on display. Well, those days of nostalgia, of simpler times, maybe is where I want to go, especially after all the stuff that's been dropping lately of Russia, J.D. Vance, a hillbilly, versus school teacher and coach. Well, Jim and I will get into it, but for now, I'll go back to the archives, the musical archives, give you a little break, a respite from all the turmoil and tumult of the present political, cultural, religious scene in the world. Take a break. Take a sip of a fresh ground, fresh roasted coffee. Well, there you go. Your break brought to you by the Jim and Terry Show. A little ambient music from the files. Files. You know, the stuff that clutters up your hard drive, your thumb drive, well, Jim and I are from the vintage of tapes, cassettes, 8-tracks, maybe even a vinyl pressing. Although that is back in vogue and you can buy record players again. Play the old vinyls. Do you still have any around? I pitched my collection from the 60s and 70s. Yeah, you're supposed to live long enough and stuff that you thought was worth discarding becomes vintage and memorabilia, and people want it. They want to buy it at garage sales. They want to buy it at the local store that sells odds and sods, have vinyl collections. We have a store like that in town. And you can see some of the stuff, blast from the past, on display. Old vinyl covers, album art, that kind of stuff. Well, where am I going to go? I think I will go to this. That as we began the Jim and Terry Show with the aspirations of visiting coffee houses and ma and pa bistros, restaurants, corner stores, and little stands on the sides of roads and highways and byways, as we began with the notion that there is a Canada to discover in the rural areas, well, and let's not exclude the urbania as well. There are lots of things to discover about people and what we do to make our lives manageable. What restaurants, what coffee shops exist to give people a bit of a respite in their journey, either a truck driver pullover, an en route stop on the busy 401. Is there a place where you can find respite? And where do you find it? Write a comment in the Jim and Terry Show below and talk about where you find respite. Do you find it by going for a walk? Do you find it by going out? Do you shop till you drop? Is that your respite? Get your mind off things by shopping. Amazon, here we come. Click. Have it delivered. There's all kinds of ways we could look at what you do, what we do to find meaning and purpose and respite. Respite is the break from the stuff of life. When life gets too overwhelming, what do? Do you meditate? Do you pray? Do you have routines that punctuate your day so that you mark the passing of a 24-hour cycle of sun and moon? Are you in tune with the cosmos, the universe, the ebbs and flows of life? Do you breathe through it all? I was mastering this meditation technique of, I think it was a cycle of four inhales through the nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. Exhale through the mouth for 4 seconds. Hold it empty, your lungs emptied for 4. And rinse, repeat, do again. And it's supposed to take down your blood pressure, you slow down your heart, give you all kinds of good things, cleansing your lungs, because, we really don't get rid of all the CO2 that we should be getting rid of with each breath. Some of us are shallow breathers. We don't fully take in a tank of oxygen. Mind you, it'd be kind of odd if we all just sat around staring at each other and it's your turn to speak and you're busy taking in your 4 seconds inhalation through your nostrils. Yeah, okay. Well, it works in theory. Maybe it would be a good idea if we all paused for 4 seconds before we opened our mouths. Consider the words while we're tanking up with a full tank of air. Might do us a world of good. It might be good just to embrace life. Enjoy the living of life. Enjoy the trip where it takes you. In this case, to the sea. Brooks and Wigmore. To the sea.
I have found the word to be exciting for me, revealing things I never mysteries, from thunderous skies to tranquil seas, and I'm amazed by all I find, all the senses in my mind that teach me the universe will reach me.
Ah, those FM vibes. I'm digging this version of the Jim and Terry Show. The midnight at the Oasis. Chill. Could it be the Baileys in my coffee? Could it be the sleepless nights? Could it be the multiple trips to the washroom? Could it be... Well, I'm just enjoying sailing along to the sea with the sounds of Brooks and Wigmore on the FM midnight version of The Jim and Terry Show.
I have found the word to be exciting for me, revealing things I never thought I'd ever feel. No comprehension of the way that light can dance on the surface of a running stream, flowing down from mountains over rocks and meadows to the sea, to the sea. The world is full of mystery,